you've just discovered your husband, one of the most powerful men in Hollywood and politics, has betrayed you in the most painful way. You're alone in a dark hotel room, sobbing on the floor. Your entire world has been shattered. This was Maria Shriver's reality. After 25 years of marriage, she learned that Arnold Schwarzenegger had fathered a child with their housekeeper. Heartbroken, humiliated, and grieving the recent loss of her parents, Maria had a choice: stay broken or rise. Maria writes in her book that she just released, I Am Maria. This doesn't have to be the end of you. It can't be the end of you. Make it a new beginning. I think many of us women would tell ourselves that going through such difficult times. But let's be real, this isn't new. Hollywood men cheat like it's a sport. Remember Dave Harbour allegedly cheated on Lily Allen? Same thing with Ashton Kutcher, all right? He was allegedly cheating on Demi Moore with multiple affairs.
Her old childhood fear of not being wanted, of losing everything. And after...
Are you kidding me? that was it. I felt like I could barely take a breath.
But she has to walk the red carpet, and here she is at that moment, 1,000 light bulbs flashing.
I really know that there are parts of what occurred with this relationship ending that were a level of devastating for me that wasn't really just about that relationship. It was really about my whole life. It wasn't safe, that this really represented that I'm not lovable.
And turn their grief into a best-selling book, a tell-all. They do interviews, they make themselves into a media spectacle. You realize that a lot of these women, no matter how beautiful or talented or successful they are, they still end up getting cheated on. It's a sad sight to see because their pain usually plays out like a soap opera for the world to consume, while the men, they move on like it's just another day. Now, Maria Shriver did what so many have done before. They turned their betrayal into a public narrative. And you know what? Good for her, because men love the cheating and they expect women to stay. But if the roles were reversed, if it was Maria that cheated, or Demi Moore that cheated, or Lily Allen, these men would leave in a heartbeat. The message of this is that after watching this interview of seeing Maria talk about this to Oprah and how they want to explain away that, you know, they went through these struggles, but they picked themselves up. I can tell you firsthand from people I've talked to that have had divorces, it is like a death to people. Actually, probably in the same type of grieving that you would have when you mourn the loss of a person.
And I did, you know, I really wanted to move forward, and I wanted to have a good relationship with Arnold.
In spite of the shame and the betrayal,
Yeah.
You wanted a good relationship.
I did, because I had been with Arnold since I was 21. He's the father of my children. I wanted to be able to go to our kids' weddings when they have kids. I wanted to be the person that could be in the room and everybody would be okay.
Marriage in itself, the whole institution is going out the window anyway. You know, they say over 50% of marriages fail and end up in divorce. I mean, it's like literally at this point, 10% to 15% of marriages are actually happy and successful. And the rest is just, it's just there. Either they're on the brink of collapse and gonna divorce, or they're just in unhappy marriages. Those odds are against you. A lot of people in the entertainment industry have bad examples for marriage. It's a pointless institution for people who are big celebrities, sports stars, anyone who's in the mainstream media. It usually fails. And that's why we see time after time after time, marriage fails between these celebrities. The whole industry is set up to entice you and give you power, because a lot of these men are powerful. If someone was to ask Arnold why he cheated, I don't think he'd have a logical explanation. The opportunity was there, it presented itself, and perhaps the housekeeper made him feel wanted and needed. And maybe Maria Shriver wasn't doing that. I think a lot of people forget Maria Shriver is from the Kennedy dynasty.
My mother was unique because she dressed like a man. She had pencils in her hair, she smoked cigars, she had a briefcase, she went to work, she was tough, she surrounded herself with all men. And so I was aware also that she really liked power, and she liked people who did well, and she respected people that worked 24/7. So I knew to get her attention, I had to work, perform, do well, and meet her expectations.
And she also comes from wealth and doesn't really need Arnold for anything. They are just like any other man that wants to feel needed, wants to feel like they are adding to your life. And usually this is why I would tell women out there, if you put on the masculine role all the time, you know, you're a power couple, you can do everything on your own. I think a lot of men like the vulnerability of a woman that is in her femininity and does not see her husband as just a partner, but somebody that she can admire and look up to. He can be the guardian. He can be the person that leads in the marriage. Obviously, a lot of women are terrified to give over that type of power to a man. But trust me, ladies, that is what they're looking for. Anyways, you guys tell me what you think about this, and will you be buying her book? It is called I Am Maria. And be sure to comment in the comment section if you've been through a divorce, or you can chime in on this topic. Have a great day and think for yourself.